Hi, JONNO here. I'm just going to do a video showing my repository manager synced upload and management system. So in WordPress, when you have a lot of plugins active or a lot of plugins even inactive on the system, the default WordPress plugin list is very slow to index and load. So I built a cache system and a grid view to load my cache system with the ability to know which versions of plugins need to be synced to the custom repository. So these LSOC plugins are all plugins that I've made that do various things and work together to build basically a WordPress desktop alternative to where all your applications and everything that you need is all running in one container on one WordPress website. Or you can actually modularize and push different plugins to run on different WordPress installations. So you can, I guess it's not really a microservice, but it's more of an API connected distributed computing. So for instance, you could put your email systems on one server, you can put your accounting systems on another server, your marketing systems on a different server. So you can all manage. So you can manage the, a shared user base. You can actually share the same database if you want, which is you have one database server, as long as it's a beefy server and can handle a lot of queries and that sort of thing. But this is actually the CyanWeb AI development laboratory, so it has every plugin there, and I can activate all plugins and they should all work seamlessly together. It's great for ensuring interoperability between the plugins where required. So in this instance, I've done some some core updates across the stack. The total number of plugins I've got is 190. 178 of them are LSOC customs, or custom developed applications that run on top of WordPress. So right now I have like 93 active, and just to give you an idea of the difference, I will open the standard native plugin list, and it can take a long time because it's going to go through and index 190 plugins, check the status of all those plugins, and then display the page. So this is running on my dev AI local, and yeah, it's going to take a long time. It could take like up to 2 minutes depending on what else is running on the system. So I'm doing this video, so the CPU cycles are probably a little bit slowing things down a bit, but there you have 30 seconds for indexing. It's loading the page and then it's done. So it's about 35 seconds. Now if I run my grid view, you'll see that it only takes about a third of the time to load it up. And I worked with the Cursor Composer AI, which has been fantastic, and even the new Cursor Grok 4.5 is just fantastic. It's a no-nonsense coding engineer, none of the fluff, none of the hype like you get with Claude, which just likes to write a lot of code and be very verbose because they make more money the more tokens you spend. So this optimized Cursor Grok is just fantastic. So any issues that I was having with plugins or code or errors or debugging or anything, just in the last 10 days since it's launched, most of the problems have been fixed. So the pace of getting a plugin into a release state is just massively increased. So as you can see, there's a lot of plugins that need updates. And if I tick, this is a persistent setting, but if I untick it, you'll see all the plugins. including third-party ones that I no longer use third-party, but they're there just for client work that use it and they need to interface with Gravity Forms. But I can do my LSOC not synced, and it will bring up all the plugins that require updates. I can do a select all. Now this saves a lot of time. An example though of here, we have this slide out orchestrator, which is actually required by a lot of plugins. Now if it's required, it won't tick and automatically update. I'm working on a way around this, but it just lets me know what plugins are required, and if it's grayed out, I have to manually update it at this point. That will be fixed in a future version. I just don't want to mess with the code too much right now. I'm in heavy research and heavy dev, but you can see that that's been uploaded. Let's see if there's the easy way to find them is just to tick them all and then look for any that don't have a tick box. Let's see, all of these look to be ticked. As you can see, I've written a lot of code. Look, don't believe the propaganda about vibe coding being terrible and all of that. If you know what you're doing and you know code, you're going to get production ready stuff. You can get your security analyzed, and then if your software is going to be operating in a public environment, like public are going to have access to your systems, then yeah, you're going to want to do some extra security according to your running environment. A few little gaps here like that I need to fix, but they're minor. Those are just tags on what type of plugin it is, so I can fix those up. These all look to be ticked, so we're good to go. Now what would normally take a while, I can now just select those, select that. Where's my upload? There should be a bulk upload button, unless they've removed it. Bulk actions, there we go. And I can go upload to the repository. So what this does is it will take all the plugins that have been updated by version and upload them to my custom repository. And therefore, any deployments that have these plugins and have my repository installed will have the ability to push button download and update each one individually, or to update them in bulk with a rollback system. So if something goes wrong, if the rollback is enabled, it will automatically detect a fault and roll back. That version that needs some testing across every single plugin, but at the moment I'm not running into too many issues when syncing. So again, it all comes down to the more you use the software, the more you can find the errors, check your debug logs, and all of that. But for about 170 plugins, this, like right now, it's going to upload 153 plugins automatically. I can just walk away, leave this running. It's probably going to take 10-15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes to upload all of them, depending on the network speeds. But yeah, I just wanted to say, hey, if there's anything about WordPress that you don't like, you can fix it. I mean, I just added this system because I needed a way to manage the AI Labs software without using GitHub or any third party. So I'm developing software that I really don't want to upload to Microsoft. I don't really want to Microsoft GitHub. I don't really want to upload any of my software to any third-party server to where they can look at my code and train their AIs on it or whatever. So this is a completely private repository system. And I, of course, run Git on local to manage my version changes, but every one of these uploads is a version. It's a production version, so to speak. It may have bugs, but they're like I said recently, over the last 10 days, those bugs are just getting crushed. The ability to find security holes, as long as you have your standard security for WordPress and standard security for PHP development, your Ajax, all your IDs are obfuscated and things like that, you're going to be running a pretty secure system. This is a lab system, so it all runs non-public, but where anything may run publicly or on a cloud server, there are all the extra security checks and user account checks. You must be logged in and that sort of thing. And if you write a good security scanning skill, the AIs are very good now at finding them. And you just keep running that skill over the code constantly. And even with 170 plus pieces of software, I've run automated coding checks across the entire stack. And it'll take maybe an hour and a half and costs anywhere from $15 to $30. Now imagine having a team of security engineers. I know it's difficult, but this is the way things are now, and moving forward. All the traditional ways, should be kept in place for enterprise level, publicly available code. Anything that you're putting in a public repo, you need to run you need to make sure that, that the code is secured, and if you're running it in a commercial environment, that a good security engineer has gone over everything with the help of AI, of course. But in the ScienWeb labs, every time a plugin version goes up, every time we push a version update, all the security is run, all the skills are run over it to check. Basic things like, all your I/O has to be validated and, stripped of HTML or looking, any sort of filters that you want to run. You can run it on the code and secure it before it gets uploaded. Now, I don't want to make these too long, and I know I'm rambling a bit, and most of you guys, any devs that are watching this, they get all this, but just make sure you've got those skill prompts and validate the changes, and go over the code as much as you can. Now, I'm thinking of making this research and development environment for WordPress available. At the moment, I want to make sure that the system integrations are working really well before anyone can have access to this code base. There's nothing worse than putting out code before it's ready. So if you're running, even as just a lab environment, before I say, hey, here's my lab environment, check it out, do what you want with it, build your own stuff out of it, modify it in any way you want. Before I get to that point, I want to make sure that all the systems are working really well. And yes, I will be putting out more videos showing each of these different systems. Now, this system, 6 minutes in of my rambling, it's not quite halfway done, so yeah, this is a good half hour to 40-minute upload. We're about halfway through. So no, it'll be about a 20-minute upload at the most. Well, that's it. That's my custom repository and WordPress plugin management system. It was designed that anyone can use it, yeah. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, am I crazy to be doing this on WordPress? I've tried a few other ways of doing it, but what this has done for me is to allow me to do full scale integrations and AI augmentations on standard business processes, and to build any application that you would normally use in business into a WordPress app or a WordPress layer. I mean, even things like spreadsheet editing, Microsoft document editing. I've got work logs here. You can see some of the things that I've built, in this list. But yeah, I'll stop there. We're at about 15 minutes, so good luck, have fun out there. Let me know what you guys think. Drop some comments. The labs here at ScienWeb, it's pretty much myself and a bunch of AIs. So any sort of feedback from the community out there would be awesome. All right, have a good one. Bye.